Hi everyone, welcome back to Battlefield 1 Multiplayer. Today we're going to be talking about what is my favorite class, but actually the least played class online, the support class. And we'll talk about why that is a little bit later in the video. But first, I want to talk about light machine guns. Light machine guns are the primary weapon for the support class, as they were in Battlefield 3 and 4, but interestingly DICE actually went back to Battlefield Bad Company 2 and pulled out a mechanic from that game for the support class in this game. And that is, as you fire your light machine gun, it gets slightly more accurate. And it's actually detectable right there. You saw I missed a bunch of shots early on, and as I compensated for recoil and the gun got more accurate, I was able to string them together. Now, you can also just go out and pick a weapon with a bipod on it, like this MG15 suppressive I have, and then go prone or stand in the right size cover and just get that 100% accuracy buff right off the bat, but why do that when you can just spam bullets now? Now, if you do try to spam bullets with LMGs, there's two things that kind of happen. One, LMGs do not have the same size magazines across the board. So this 200 round magazine you see me using on the MG15 right now is the largest magazine for the light machine gun class. As a matter of fact, you get like 20 to 30 rounds is kind of common across the light machine guns. And those larger magazines, by the way, tend to cause the guns to overheat. Or like 40 rounds in a row without stopping, the gun tends to overheat. You have to wait a few seconds to fire again, and it's a whole thing. So you have to be kind of smart about when you decide to just go full auto. It's interesting. It makes it a little bit more skill-based than just spam-based. Anyways, you're seeing me use mortars right here. Mortars are absolutely fantastic. I use high-explosive mortars. These things are meant to take out vehicles, tanks, and cars and such. But I use them against individuals as well because they actually do some really decent damage. You see me get a couple of kills with them throughout the video. And, oh, right there, you saw a little bit of the suppression came. Those edges of my screen went black, and I lost a little bit of accuracy. That's a long-standing Battlefield mechanic. It's not as pronounced as this. Barely ever gets suppressed, but I think that's in that you have to be fairly accurate with your shots, you're very close to people, and I think it's a fairly reduced effect too. Anyways, I use HE mortars. They kill things dead. It's pretty easy. Now, mortars are not working kind of the way they did at the start of this game anymore. They take a little while before they are 100% accurate, or they hit accurate in every single shot. So it's a bit of a downgrade from the start of the game where mortar spam was a major problem. Now they also gave smoke mortars. So every time you throw down a mortar launcher, you can fire 2 smoke mortars before you fire your regular mortars, or just launch them in any order you feel like, and that will obscure the view of some areas for a little while. It's fantastic. Right there, we got some nice killing done. Now, the main purpose of the support class is, as you saw there, to throw ammo to people. There are 2 types of ammo in this game. There's the little ammo pouch that I use exclusively, and then there's the big ammo crate. Now, the difference between them, at first you'd think, well, the ammo crate's obviously a better option. It is not. Oh, here's a crossbow. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I love this thing. But the ammo pouch, in my estimation, is a much better option. Why is that? Well, for one, it basically refills the entirety of whatever you throw the thing to ammo immediately, so they don't have to wait around a box. And 2, it tracks with the gun. So instead of me throwing down an ammo pouch and no one ever picking it up because it's just on the ground somewhere, this now follows them wherever they go and will just like automatically give you points. The ammo box, by comparison, is kind of stationary, completely stationary, and it has a very small radius in which it will actually heal, or sorry, but it has a very small radius in which people will get resupplies. You can see here, I was basically on top of this thing before I started getting resupplied. So for those purposes, I love the pouches. And you can spam the things almost fucking endlessly. And the really big benefit, especially on tight maps like this one here, is that the pouches will automatically start filling up your grenades. You just have to wait a few seconds for the game to give it to you. That means you can grenade spam things like smoke grenades and incendiaries and gas grenades as you need to. Now, the tools like the mortar and the crossbow do not actually resupply out of those crates. They resupply over time. So I can't just give myself an infinite amount of crossbow ammo, but I can pretty much close to that.
We are losing
I love the
objective
crossbow launcher.
Charlie.
Now, the crossbow launcher, while we're on the subject, comes in two flavors. The frag flavor that I use basically exclusively, and the high explosive flavor. The frag flavor does more damage to individuals. The high explosive version does more damage to tanks and other vehicles. The problem is that it's not worth using the high explosive version on tanks. And because it just doesn't do much more damage than the frag version does. The frag version does like 10 points of damage per shot, or 5 points of damage per shot, and the HE version does 10 or 12 or something like that. Not really enough to make me feel like I should use it over the frag launcher to straight kill people. So yeah, I use a weird dichotomy of explosive weapons. Now, interestingly enough, you can double up on the ammo types if you really feel the need to, and you can throw down both boxes and pouches. It's nice, it gets you a lot of points, but I really just find that the pouches are so much useful because of the primary, and then throwing down like an explosive, you know, as a secondary. So having the smoke mortars or having the crossbow as a secondary is fantastic. One of the other things I often end up using for the support class are the repair tool. The repair tool is something that used to be part of the engineer class, but because the engineer has changed to assault and doesn't work the same anymore. The repair tool has been added to the support class. And the repair tool is exactly what it sounds like. It repairs vehicles, it damages enemy vehicles if they're occupied. And if you happen to have a repair tool and are sitting in the driver's seat of a vehicle, you can repair the vehicle even if you're not the driver or pilot class. Very helpful. But usually it's meant to get out and keep the vehicle alive in a fight or something like that. Now that's not the only anti-vehicle or vehicle-related weapon that the class has. It also has limpet charges, which are sort of like magnetic charges. There's no sticky C4 in this game like there was in Battlefield 3, 4, other Battlefield games. There's dynamite for the assault class, but limpet charges are magnetized, so they'll stick to a wall or a ceiling, and they'll go off after a time charge. These will do pretty decent damage to a vehicle. They refill kind of slowly, even from ammo pouches, but they're very useful. And I unfortunately don't have any clips of me using them in this video. But that's kind of it for the gadgets of the support class. Interestingly, the class has fewer gadgets than, say, the scout class. But the idea is that there's kind of a variety there, right? You've got two types of crossbow, two types of mortar, plus two types of ammo to throw down. So there's some good uses. Now, in the beta and alpha of the game, the support class had access to all of the trip mines and no limpet charges. This was taken out. I thought that was kind of interesting because the support class had access to claymores in both Battlefield 3 and 4, and then suddenly it just doesn't. But I think the idea is to get the class to be a bit more mobile and to have them moving around the map instead of hiding behind a claymore or something like that. It's a interesting choice. I would have loved to have kept the trip mines in this class because I think it's pretty easy trip mine kills at times. But I'm not overly injured by the fact that they've been removed. So to get on to why I use this class a lot and why a lot of people don't, one, automatic weapons, always a good idea. These automatic, the LMGs are actually accurate to, I would say, semi-automatic weapon range. Like, you could fight a medic with these things. Sometimes win.
We have lost.
Now, the issue a lot of people have is that these guns are not accurate to start with. It means that they get beat the fuck up and they don't do very high damage overall, by the way. So that means that the class gets beat up pretty easily by, say, assaults up close, medics at medium range, and snipers, of course, at long range, unless you're laying down. The idea of the support class, I feel, is really based more on the gadgets. Like, you want to make sure that you're using appropriate gadgets at the time, and you're either resupplying people and getting points that way, or you're using these things to lay down suppressing fire and stop people from moving forward. I can generally get, 20 to 30 kills in a round with the support class. Not a ton, not the smallest amount either. You'll see someone get like 50 kills or something like that. So a support class getting,
The airship is en route.
say, 30 on a vehicle-heavy map is kind of impressive
We have
at a
lost
glance.
objective butter.
You might have someone getting 40 or 50 kills with Assault using a shotgun. So it's a very useful class. It's a very good class. I like it. You can get some pretty decent kills if you're willing to take the time to position yourself well.
We have lost objective.
But a lot of people just aren't. And me rocketing to the sky indicates this video is over. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.
Wow.
Bye.
You lost all of